Looks a little bit dark right there, like the rain is about to do some things. So I'm gonna try to go the opposite direction, and hopefully the rain doesn't catch me. But we'll see. What I did was, you know, I live in Georgia, and I made sure I looked at, you know, the weather and all that. But my goodness, the weather here in Georgia changes at the drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying? So that's got to be the best job to have as a meteorologist here, because, you know, your accuracy rate is still crappy, but, you know, you still got a job. So I'm gonna try to take the back roads, or at least the roads that won't put me in much trouble if it does start pouring down and raining. So I'm gonna try to take that way back, but I have no doubt at this point that I'm going to get soaking wet. So it's cool. Rain doesn't hurt me, it doesn't scare me. It's just you gotta be careful, that's all. You gotta be more careful. Now what I may not do, I may not take the certain back roads I won't take in the rain, because it's just the way they're set up, and these Georgia back roads are, some of them are not really kind of taken care of, so I'm gonna be a little hesitant about that. But for the most part, it's okay. Now I'll be honest, when I first started riding motorcycles, just whew, Lord have mercy, riding in the rain, man, when I tell you it scared me and intimidated me, I thought the rain would have absolutely laid me down. But once you've done it a couple times, you know, or a few times, and you kind of learn to be more cautious and vigilant, you kind of start learning what your limitations are. You know, I definitely learned, you know, down in Florida, riding in the rain, you know, be really careful when it starts coming down. Watch for those oils in the crack of the cement and the concrete on the ground. Watch for those rainbow colored precipitation on the ground, because that'll definitely be the death of you. Just, you know, pay attention, stay away from these yellow, gold, these medium, these lines, stay away from them because they're super slick. I learned that the hard way. Be careful not to pull out so quick and so fast, because you don't want that back wheel to, you know, come up from under you, because you're giving it so much torque. So just, you know, just take it easy, basically, you know what I'm saying? And as I'm looking at the clouds right now, in the direction I need to go home is definitely going to get me. Now I'll say this, you know, I said it before, learning to ride in Georgia's, or not learning to ride, just riding in Georgia is different than riding in, you know, Florida. The thing about Florida is that I was never really scared of Florida rain, because the thing about Florida is so hot and humid that when it did rain, it was a welcome thing, because it cooled me down. It cooled me down. So I was totally fine and okay with that, because it cooled me down. So, you know, with that being said, you know, the rain cooled me down, you know, and plus the way Florida rains, it'll rain in one spot, and like I swear, like maybe half a mile later, it'll be like totally dry, like the rain never touched it. So Florida's weird like that. But I've learned how to adapt and cope with it. I didn't bring my rain gear on me. I took it out my bike 2 days ago, because it took up space in my saddlebag more than I cared to. But it's okay. I mean, this kind of rain, I'll be okay. It's not torrential, so, you know, it's drizzling, if you call it this much. But like I said, if you're new to riding and you're not comfortable in the rain, just take your time, or just pause, get underneath, you know, just take it easy, you know, don't be scared of it. But I will say at some point you're gonna want to tackle that fear, because there will be situations where it's probably safer to stay in the rain and ride than to pull off on the side, especially if you're on an expressway, because I really think one of the most dangerous places is probably underneath that underpass, next to cars speeding on that highway. Sometimes it's just better to take it easy, just ride slow, and just, you know, just take it easy. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna take it real easy. I'm gonna take there's a particular back road I'm gonna take that has wider, it's a single lane, but it's wider. So I'm gonna take that back road, and even if it does rain, I think there's a couple spots I can duck off into for shelter if it gets that bad. But, you know, I happen to, you know, like know the area, so, you know, I'm not at a total disadvantage. And you know, and oh, tires, gotta talk about tires real quick. I remember on my last bike I had the Michelin Commander tires. Oh my god, I love those tires. Those tires are freaking awesome. Those tires are awesome. Those Michelin Commander tires are awesome. I think I don't ever want to go back on this bike. I've not changed it yet, but I have the Dunlops on here, and I'm not saying Dunlops are not great or whatever, but I know for me, the Michelin Commander tires were costly for me at the time, but man, if it's between that and your life, man, I think it's well worth the cost and well worth the investment, you know. So I'm totally cool with that. Totally cool with that. So I think that's gonna be my next set of tires on this bike is the Michelin Commanders is what I'm gonna get here. So I'm gonna do that. Oh, one more thing too. When you're riding, definitely invest in some oil resistant, real motorcycle boots. Not that stuff that, you know, it feels good on your feet and it's not really designed for this, because that oil resistant stuff, like when I come to a stoplight like this and I got my foot down, yo, I can, if I don't put it down the right way or the right position with the right traction, my feet will go and the whole bike will fall up underneath me, and then not only I may be hurt, but so will my pride. So definitely invest in some really good oil resistant quality motorcycle shoes, and there's so much out there, and you don't got to get the Harley ones. You absolutely don't. I mean, I have those, but you don't have to get the Harley ones, but just get the ones that have those features, that's oil resistant and they're rated for that, and you should be good. But other than that, you know, I'm starting to peek and I see holes in the sky where the sunlight's coming through, so that tells me, that gives me hope. Gives me hope. You know, there'll be, you know, sun rays peeking through the clouds. Okay. Look at this light. Look at this light. About to. Oh, I was hoping to make this light. Yeah, look at those skies. Look at those clouds. Okay, it ain't too bad. I might make it without getting a shower. We'll see. We will see. We'll see. Either way, we'll see. It's okay. It's okay. But still blessed, still happy. I'm riding my motorcycle. Oh, look at this guy right here. Look at this guy right here. My man is like, I'm riding on my electric, whatever the hell those things are. I see him all over the place. But my guy's like, I'm riding. He's having a great time. So, you know, I'm gonna allow him to enjoy himself. Oh my God, it's getting dark. Oh, just got dark. Hold on. Just got dark. Just had to get that guy a shot out. He's on 2 wheels, so I'm gonna respect that. I'm gonna respect. He's on 2 wheels. Let me go ahead and make this right and try to not get wet up and get caught up in that storm. Ooh, Lord, that rain is coming. That rain is coming down. You can see them clouds over there. So I'm headed in that direction, but I'm gonna take like an alternative route to bypass some of this foolishness. All right, buddy, let me go. You gonna let me go? All right, let's go. Let's ride, baby. Let's get out of here. Woohoo! All right, anyway, so that's it. Riding in the rain. Just be really careful. I'm sorry I ain't do a countdown tip like top 5 or 10 things you need to do. Just be cautious and aware of your conditions and your skill set, and just be really careful. Don't overthink it, but also just take the precautions that are necessary. All right, I'm done. All right, you guys have an amazing day. I'm gonna get home safe and finish off this ride. Deuces. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to say this. So my windshield sometimes fogs up when it gets rain or hot breath or whatever. So just be aware of that. You know, definitely invest in fog equipment and windshields and all that good stuff. You know, it definitely makes a difference. But for me, I got to crack my windshield just a little bit open so the air can come through. It's not a big deal, not the end of the world. Bikers from way back in the day had tougher conditions to ride in, and they made it through. So I feel like with all our creature comforts of today, We shouldn't have much to complain about, so we should be okay. God, I have so much respect for those old school bikers. Jesus, these guys are trailblazers, man. They made it so far with such less technology and equipment. It was just amazing what those guys could do. Those guys have to be hardcore to the bone, and they get all my respect all day long. You know, I remember one time I was in Florida and I was riding, and I got soaking wet. When I say soaking wet, I mean I got soaking wet. But the way Florida works with the humidity is, you know, the humidity is so serious is that on my way home, by the time I got home, I was dry. I'm talking dry. Like, you take my clothes and put them in the dryer and put them on, you know, auto and just auto dry, and I was dry. So that rain didn't mean nothing, you know. But that's the thing, you know, you ride, you're part of the environment, you're part of the temperature, you're part of the climate, you know, you're one with everything. So, you know, so don't divorce yourself from that experience, okay? All right, let's rock and roll. sunshine came out. Woohoo! That sunshine will dry all this up in no time. I got a little fog, so let me fix that fog I got. I'll take the expressway home. A little bit faster. know what? Bump it. Let me take the back road. Because just to get on the expressway, it's going to be more time than I care to be patient for. Dude, you gonna let me go? You gonna let me go? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. All right. Oh, one more thing. If you're not covered up and your skin is exposed and you're riding super fast and it's raining, oh my God, I don't know if you ever had like a pellet gun hit you hard. It stings, and if there's a lot of it, it's just not fun. But at least riding at this speed right here, I can manage. I can stomach it. But woo, doing 70, 80 miles an hour, oh my God, that's gonna be. I'm gonna feel that. I'm going to feel every bit of that. All right, look at this. Taking the back roads to Rockdale County. Let's go, baby.